Good morning, everyone. 8Bits here with, of course, Sophie, right? Hi, Sophie. Yeah, we had a good walk this morning. I know we did. You played in all the bushes, all the normal stuff, right? Well, what is going on here? Where is my browser? Why do you not want to show up today? There we are. All right, that's fixed. Anyways, yesterday, what did I do? I streamed. I played some games. I worked on fixing the errors from yesterday, where it wasn't like the essence stones. That's currently what I'm calling it. I don't really have like a name for it, but it's the essence stones, the stuff that the enemy drops for auto collecting. It is not working. I was improperly telling it where to go for it. So fix that. And it was a small little thing. I just had it going to the location, but I wasn't properly connecting it between the two layers because the image of the essence stone was on the GUI layer, but it was going to another layer, and so I just had to align them, and everything was working fine. But outside of that, I was playing Hightail. I found the Dino Land, and so I started making a base that is in there, and for adventuring, right? Right, Soph? All right. Game news. Well, it's official. I mean, everybody knew it, right? New World by Amazon Games is officially going to be done. You're not going to be able to buy it again. Like, if you haven't bought it yet, you can't buy it. It's already been pulled. However, it'll be open for the next year. So January 31st of 2027 will be the official shutdown of it. Odd thing is, they still have their store open. And so if you want to go and spend money on a future dead game, you are still able to do so. Yeah. All right. Let's get some music going here. There we go. Let me know if that is loud. I'm using a different one today. All right. What else we got? I think that was it. I would like to play a little bit of Soulframe today. I need to get back in there and work on that character, and that should be good. So today, I think what I want to try to do is make it so that we have a new mouse pointer, and then try to work on some other stuff, right? But we're going to test it and try to make sure that what I was doing yesterday is in fact working. I didn't test it a whole lot after I was done with it because I wanted to play a game. All right. What we got? We have our whiteboard on. So we have our two images from previous whiteboards where we talked about the direction of the game. And we have it back open again. So if you like drawing and want to come in here and draw pretty much what, ever you want, feel free to do so. The link is already posted. I think I pinned it. Yeah, it's pinned. But you can come in here and draw. And we'll take a look at it. But let's go ahead and drop in and kind of get started with stuff. There it goes. All right. Yeah, this is the Essence Stone thing I was talking about. I currently have the room only having 2 spawners now, just because I was testing some stuff. We dropped it down from 3. But we're going to go ahead and start it and check out how the flow of the Essence Stone pickup is, because that's kind of the important part, right? We'll see if OBS picks this thing up today. All right. So we have a counter right here that shows you how many enemies are left. We have your level up here. I did make it so that these, when you touch them, are in fact now going here, right? And then when you're done with all the enemies, they all now zoom to the corner and give you a total. So, and then I made it so the weapons do not flip, or I mean, like, they point away from the player, right? Before, they would just stop, and they kind of covered up the player half the time. I gotta fix my ID. Okay, there we go. They kind of just like covered up the player, so I didn't really want that. I wanted it to be so you could see the player, and that's what it is. But one of the things we're going to try to do today is this: when the player is going up, right, the weapon should flip so that the right hand side is still on your right hand side, and they don't do that yet. All right. One of the first things I wanted to do was I wanted to make a new mouse pointer, right? And I think I put this in here yesterday. I did. So this is going to be the pointer. And we're going to do that now. So when I made the image, well, put the image in here. I made sure that I call it the snap point, but like your little center point here is in the top left where the tip of the pointer is. All right. We need a couple things, I think. Right, we're going to need an object. I guess we'll put it down here in objects, right? We're going to make we're just going to call it like object cursor, right? Then we want to, what do I want? I want a create event. I want a step event. And in here, what we're gonna want a window set cursor. With this, cursor. With this function, you can set the cursor for the game window to any of the, so we'll choose that. And then we're going to, so what this is doing, this is hiding normal cursor. Remy, welcome in. Yeah, I'm always off on Mondays. I work Tuesday through Friday, so I do 4 10-hour days, and then I'm off for 3 days. So I get Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. I try to stream almost every Saturday, Sunday, Monday in the morning. Yeah, it's pretty nice, right? And how are you doing this morning? You think of me as the weekend guy? I guess that's why you got confused. Yeah, I mean, it is true. I stream Saturday and Sunday, so I'm the weekend guy. But it's like a extra special stream then on Mondays. Because it's still my weekend. Oh, you can't hang out, unfortunately. I gotcha. Well, I appreciate you being here and hanging out for a little bit, right? Oh, what did I call this? Pointer. There we are. Yeah, and I appreciate you as well. I enjoy when you are here hanging out. So I hope you have your Mondays goes well. All right, now we have our cursor. So what we're doing right now is we're trying to make a new mouse cursor, right? But it should be okay. What we're going to do now is we're hiding the original one, right? And then we have cursor sprites. So we're telling it what to make the new cursor. But we have to go into here. And we'll put it right here. Oops. Instance. Create. Depth. Let's do 0. 0. Negative. Might as well just make it like negative 10,000. Object cursor. There we are. Yeah, I think that works pretty good. All right, so we're gonna call it, and call it. We have it here. I think I don't really need the step event. I think I need to make a draw event here, like in here, right? So let's do a draw GUI. and we're going to tell it how to draw it, right? So, let me try to get my thoughts here. We're setting new cursor sprite. All right. Then, in our draw, kind of like GUI stuff with it, what do I want to do? I want to get the mouse position. So variable, underscore MX for mouse X. And we want device mouse X to GUI. And then we're going to do the same thing, but with the Y. Right? But we have to offset it a little bit. Sprite get width, and we want the cursor sprite, like the cursor width, right? Cursor sprite. Oops. And offset our underscore Y equals sprite get height cursor sprite divided by 2. Draw we want to draw the sprite cursor sprite cursor index MX plus the offset X with MY plus that offset. All right, let's try it. Let's see if this kind of works and what we're going to end up with, right? All right, so argument 5 needs to be a struct. Well, why? Oh. I had a comma in there. Let's try it again. All right. There we are. You can see, oh, it didn't even show up in time. But the cursor is there. I just have some sort of error. So, all right. Unable to find instance for. Oh, I see. Okay. This was my bad yesterday. I had set this because we were trying to get this to work. I don't need this to be that. This just needs to be Should be X and Y. X, Y. And I think that's kind of it, right? There, now you can see it, like the cursor is moving around. There's nothing to do here, but it's there, right? Nice. Okay. Now, so we have the essence being collected. We have a new mouse on here. Dragon God Neareth, hey man, did you read what happened to Creative Voice a few days ago? I heard he was hacked. I don't know how many different hacks, how many different accounts have been hacked, but yeah, I heard that he was in fact hacked. Did any more of that come out of it? Was he able to recover his accounts, or? Oh yeah, the Discord is in control of the scammer. Gotcha. I've been watching because when I heard about it, to see if anything gets posted from that account in the Discord, but I haven't seen anything. I may actually just mute the his account on my Discord, so can't do anything. He hasn't got it back yet. That's too bad. Scammers have been out like crazy though. Nah, the scammer just DMs you stuff like, hey, how are you, with no grammar. Oh, I gotcha. I think I saw one. It may have been with you. Let me see what was sent to me. Yeah, it was a DM with you and Creative Waste, and you could definitely, something about his friend, a birthday, click here, that'd be great for it, that kind of stuff. Brewer sent it to me, and yeah, he's like, oh, good morning, may I ask you something? My friend has a birthday soon, I will surprise her, can you help? That kind of thing. And it had a link to some beta blog spot type thing. Oh, he still tries to get your attention? That's crazy. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous, right? You didn't click on it, did you? And if you did, what happened from it? Like, how does it immediately start showing up wrong? Does it? You did, okay, and you're on your phone where you can't do anything. Okay, did it infect the phone? If it infects a phone, I wonder. Oh, okay, all right. As long as it wasn't like click immediately and it starts trying to install stuff from a cookie, like browser cookie or something. All right. All right, well, that's good. I'm glad nothing happened with your stuff. And yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out. Yeah, there's so much going on right now with that stuff. It's really such a shame, right? One of the things that has been going on is on Twitch. So there was I was on somebody else's channel, and they had what came from a partner raid, right? But the partner account looks like it had been hacked, and it was nothing but crypto links. And they're like, oh, it's a meme coin, you know, this and that. You know, it's in whoever the streamer was is honor, and click to, you know, accept the coin. And you're like, no. It was crazy. There was tons of like bots with it, and accounts that were only like 1 day old, and you know, all that stuff. It's out in force right now. I don't know why. They go through waves, I guess. Obviously the amp shows as clean, but it was legit detected as Node on Tube. Nobody uses Node to make games. Yeah. And Term, welcome in. Look at that, 3 stream streak. Yeah, don't ever click links unless you can confirm it's still your friend. It's tough, right? You got to know the person, sort of how they talk. And yeah, there's just so much going on. You always have to be careful about links. And you got to be careful about, you know, tooting. Yeah, you got to be careful about that too. What's up, Soph? Short toot. Yeah, you got to toot. But yeah, that's just too bad. Hopefully he's able to get his accounts back, and you know, and hopefully it was just Discord that got hacked, and not all of his other ones. So, all right. Well, we got the new mouse pointer working. Well, crap, it keeps getting worse. Poor guy. His Steam got owned too, but Valve is usually fast with taking care of it. Yeah, they're pretty good with that. That's too bad. I wonder, I mean, like, it sounds like, I don't know if they hacked his email and then were able to get to different accounts from there. Discord support is slower than a snail. Yeah, I don't even think it moves, right? It goes the opposite direction of the way you need it to go. They're not very good. So, all right. Like I said, we have a new working mouse. So that's pretty good with that, right? It works. I like it. Now, when you run that malware, it steals everything. Oh, it also drops stuff that lets them access your PC after, which is even worse. So you don't ever want to have it happen. No, you never want that stuff to happen. Right? That is just wrong. All right. Let's close the game. What am I working on now? I am thinking we're going to try to make it so that the when you walk, it will, and you go up and your character flips, we're going to try to make it so it flips the weapons with you as well. I think that's the next thing. Because like I said, this is working pretty good now. Obviously, fixing it so that it attached to the GUI for the collecting yesterday. That was not quite working yesterday. Right? And we have it so that if you walk over these things, they all go up into this little corner. And then when you kill the last enemy, they all get collected and go up here. And the counting is working properly too. So I'm excited with that. The countdown of how many enemies are there is still working. So now I want to try to make it so that when you are walking up like this, your right-hand weapon switches with your hands, right? So if your sword's, in your right, when you go up, it switches with you. We're gonna try. Sophie. No grumbling at people. Come on. Hi. I know, there was people walking out there, right? Yes. All right. So we can close the cursor. In here, right? We're going to change up this, like how these work. So, hydrate. I gotta hydrate. All right. I think I got water here somewhere. And a toot. See, the toots. It's early morning. They just start coming out. Oh, and if anybody likes drawing, currently have the whiteboard open, which is the link up there, and it's pinned, right? So you can come in here and draw stuff like we were doing yesterday. It's all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, we had people. Let's see, there was like bongs being drawn, toilets. There was half rabbit, kangaroo things taking craps. I mean, there was everything. But you are welcome to join in here and draw. You can change over here. You can click this. You have different colors. You can change your sizes and your colors of things, and you'll be good. And just like that. You don't even have to sign in or anything. It just says visiting pointer. It's fun stuff. The whiteboard is what I use for game plan, like when I'm planning, right? So if I'm talking about stuff or like here, I'll be like, it's nice and easy, quick to draw with. All right. So position based on the slot, it is, because these are the slots, right? So I have top left, left bottom. To make it flip, we're gonna have to do a variable. This is just on the Y flip. Sprite index. Right, so when it uses the upper 1. So we're going to tell it to use like our sprite for walking up. Oops, sprite player walk up. What other ones do I have? I have walk up. Hold on. Idle. All right. So we need to do idle up. So or object player dot sprite index, right, is equal to sprite player idle up. Am I doing a game jam? No. This is just a new game. So right now I finished the 3-month challenge of my RPG game. Right. And I wanted something different for a little bit. So I like doing 3-month game challenges. They're self-imposed. And it's going to be... so I'm doing a 3-month top-down shooter. Then after that, we're breaking the 3-month cycles, and we're going to do a 6-month revisit on the RPG game. Right? If anyone wants to still like test it out and play it, that's the RPG game. It's playable in the browser. Right? But yeah, no, I'm not doing any particular game jam right now. Just kind of working on our own stuff. And I think, because how many hours did I put into that? On the RPG, in 3 months, I put 306 hours. We're going to see if I put the same amount of time into the top-down shooter. Because I think I already have almost a little over 30 hours into it now, and we're just about 2 weeks into it. So... oh, where was I? Where is visual weapon visual? Okay. But yeah, no, Near, I'm not doing any particular like game jam or anything. There's some good ones out there, and I know Pirate has his game jam going right now. But yeah, after a 3-month top down, like I said, I want to break the 3-month cycles and do a 6-month. I want to revisit the RPG for 6 months and really try to add to it, give it a lot of content, and polish it up. And maybe I'll have a game worthy of putting it on Steam or something. But we'll see. We shall see. All right. What was I doing? Object player sprite index is equal to... so it's the same... oh, I see what I'm doing. Y flip is equal. I want this to be... oh, so if I want that to be -1, I don't... this isn't... negative, or that's positive. All right. But I have to tell it on the Y's to flip. Times RY flip. I think that makes sense. Just doing that. It's going to be the same on all of them. Close the bracket. Macros, yeah. I started making like full macro sheets, right? So it's just a script where I keep all my macros now. Trying to organize it, that kind of stuff. These are colors, and this is where I got it from, like the palette list. But I'm just trying to organize a little better. So, and I like the macro use of stuff. I've been leaning on it a little more than normal. So, Q, watching my organization makes you smile. I hope, like, it's not quite where it needs to be. I'm not at a super organized, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Yeah, I'm working on the structure. Like, I'm getting a little better with it, right? Here in Silver Bullet, you use macros to override a built-in function. Nice. Yeah, like I'm getting a little better with it, a little more organized. So we should be good. Should. All right, let's run it and see what errors I'm going to get. This should flip it. Should. All right, well, they're not flipping. This still works, so that's good. It's moving. Oh, well, it is flipping them, but it moves them to the other spot. Not really what I had envisioned with it. Well, crap. I don't want it to switch to slot number 2. Yeah, so I don't know. My idea was, okay, you're facing this way, right? The weapon is on your right. Let's say the sword is on your right-hand side, right? When you walk up, I wanted it to switch and still be in your right-hand side, right? But all I ended up doing was making it switch between spots like 0 and 1, and 2 and 3 are there. So it didn't really end up doing what I wanted, but yeah, I was just trying to make it so that it moved with it. Because I don't know, it looks weird to me if you're facing me like yourself. So if the player is facing out and the weapon is on your right hand and left hand, and then you go like this and your right hand is over here now, that the weapon doesn't switch with it. Like the sword should be over here. And this should be over here. It should. Should. What? That didn't work. So I'm showing, all right, we have our update here for the sprite. Where position is based on the sprite or on the slot. These are my slots, right? Well, if I'm trying to flip it with the Y, and so it's walking up, right? That's why for this. All right. Small change. It is. I wanted a double equal sign here. Let's try it again. All right, still not quite flipping. I wasn't that lucky. Well. If so, top left, right? So the left top here switches and it became down here, but it's not moving where left top becomes the right top. All right. You are setting the position. If you want to flip the sprite, it's usually X scale, Y scale. Yeah, it's not just... I mean, I want to flip the sprite, but, like, I actually want it to act like it got moved. So, my design doc here. Right? So here... you have 4 weapons at once. You have 4 slots, right? So we have our like left top, right top, right bottom, left bottom, right? When you're facing down or towards you, the weapons are in the correct order. But when you flip all the way around to walk up and your back is towards you, the weapon should flip sides and almost flip what slot it's using, if that makes sense. It's not just flipping the sprite. So I was thinking it was just going to be easy to try to flip the Y, right? But now I'm thinking that's not correct at all, and I don't really want it to flip on the Y. I want left top to become right top when the character is moving up. So if you need the sine based on an angle, 360 degrees, you can use sine equals sine. Maybe. But basically what I want is a weapon in left top to be switched to right top. Right? So well, I'm probably going to have to redo the flip, and instead of it like being just a Y flip, because that's not actually working. That's why it switched. I mean, like 4 quadrants. Yeah. That's a good term. So like when you're on here, right? You have 4 quadrants because whatever reason you have 4 arms. So you're going to be able to essentially carry 4 weapons out at the same time. This is quadrant 1, 2, like 3, and 4. So I need to swap the quadrants, not necessarily the Y value of the weapons. Right? Yeah, I think that would be useful. All right, well, while I'm thinking about it, let's see what do we got going on. We have all kinds of we got all kinds of stuff being drawn on here. Look, we have a cassette tape, an old platter hard drive, a Walkman, a CD Walkman, little flash drive, a floppy drive, the 3.5-inch ones, and some guy with 4 arms. This is excellent. That's the player. Excellent stuff. Yep, that's exactly kind of how good. Whoever's drawing is good there. Yeah, so 4 arms, 4 quadrants. Good stuff. Oh, check my D. All right, let me get my Discord back up. Angle should be in degrees. Get radians. Quadrant, angle, return quadrant. That's pretty precise. That's a good function. All right, let me think about how I can set up the slots to be maybe like a quadrant. Yeah. Right now, I don't think I don't have anything that's telling me which one particularly is right? Because here I wrote in my slot layout, right? So 0 currently is top left. 1 is our left bottom, right is, or the 2 is going to be the right top. in case Y is flipped, it's... Yeah, see, that's the mistake I made. That was the mistake right there. The Y one is flipping these around, not flipping left with right. All right, so that is what we have to fix. All right. Also, ads are going to go off here in, I don't know, 15 seconds or so, 20 seconds. When it does, I'm going to take a short, be right back. I want to grab some more coffee, and then we'll get back to it. So I don't want Y flipped. Maybe it needs to be X flipped. Not Y flipped. Y is going up and down. Like you are correct there. And I want 1 and 0 to switch, and 2 and 3 to switch. Right? Yeah. All right. Like I said, ads are going to be starting here shortly. And when they do, I'm going to take a quick be right back, grab some coffee. And if you haven't, now's a good time to get up and stretch. And I will see everybody shortly. So hang tight. Okay, we're back. Welcome in, Brewer and Homeless. Yes, Homeless, you are first for the 23rd time or something. All right. First to fart? No, you weren't. Term was here, and Term was the first to fart. You're just behind the ball today. That's all. That is it. Sick of it. I know. I'm right there with you. Yeah. Oh, and Homeless, Term was in here. This is Term's in here drawing. So if you like to draw stuff and you want to draw some other things in here, feel free to do so. The link for the whiteboard is pinned at the top of the chat again. And just like yesterday. Oh, it's you. Okay, Dog is drawing. Welcome in. Look at your drawings. This is cool. Term drew that? No, apparently not. It's okay, Dog. I thought it was Term. Yeah, okay, Dog drew that. It doesn't sound like I can't see who they are. Like everyone just says visiting pointer. Yep. All right, so using the idea, you like that? It's full of everything. It is. It has like everything in it. We're gonna redo this. I don't. So we're gonna undo this and kind of start over on this. Oops. All right. We're not going to make this a if statement. What we're going to try to do is, I think I can keep most of this, right? Because I want sprite index 2 to be the same thing as walk up. And Homeless Sophie treat. You were the first one of that for the day. There you are. Good girl. Okay. Yeah, or object or sprite index. We're going to still leave it so it equals up, right? No, can't leave the star of the stream hanging. I appreciate that. And that's what I think I need. I'm gonna do either bit or like sub goal just to get her more treats. I think that'll be a worthy goal, right? It'll be a Sophie treat fund. Treats are not cheap anymore. That is worthy, I think, right? What if we set this whole thing as a variable? And we called it like face up or something. Because we want to modify the X, right? So we have like weapon X, weapon left X. But so we have our position X. We're going to change this. What if we say facing X, or facing up? Right? So if it's in get quadrant, return quadrant. Yeah. And Brewer, how are you doing this morning? I'm slowly making progress on this, right? Your weight, kinda. All right, let me turn that off, and I'll show where I'm at with stuff currently. I do have controller support, which is good. Come on, OBS. Okay. So, there we go. Yeah, OBS is just a little slow picking up the game. But we have a countdown here in the middle for how many enemies are left. We have these essences that get picked up when the player walks over them. They get dropped when you kill an enemy. And you see they go to the top corner here. And then when you defeat them all, it automatically picks them all up. And it comes up here and counts them. So that's your currency, right? Now you don't have to worry about wandering around trying to find them all. You know it's going to go there. And what I am currently messing around with is probably not even something that's important. But when the player is facing this direction currently, right? The weapon, the sword, is on your right-hand side, and the gun is in the left. When you walk up, I feel it looks like they switched hands. I want to make it so that the the weapon on the right switches with the left. Again, not something that's important, but visually, for me, it makes more sense to have it be correct, right? And then earlier in stream, we changed out the pointer, so the mouse is something new now. I don't know if that'll be the final look to it, but it will, it'll help, right? So the way I have it set up, I don't need this. I don't need that. I have it in a switch case, right? So case 0 is the left top, and then we have left bottom. I'm thinking we make this into a variable, and instead of it being on the Y, which is what we tried first, and that only swapped like case 0 with case 1 and 2 with 3, not really doing what I wanted. So I want to be on the X now, but I'm thinking it's going to be like facing up. Weapon left. No, we're gonna say weapon right X. Something like that. Right? So when facing up, it swaps. What the hell do I want to put in here? I'm totally drawing the blank. So, if facing up, it's not. We're not making an if statement though. But it's not one of those. Oh, what was the symbol? Is it and? Facing up and weapon right X flips with weapon left X. Oh. No. All right. What's the thing for? I want to do some sort of. It's a condition, right? What? So the condition is when facing up, it switches these two. What the hell's? Is that what it is? A question mark for a condition? Look at all the stuff that's being drawn. Okay. All right. So now we're going to try it again here. Right? So this should be identical. Actually, left X, left X. Right? Facing up. The condition is they swap. Kalmar, good morning. How are you doing today? What am I trying to do? Well, I came up with an idea to make it so that the weapons swap locations, right? Facing up. Condition is weapon left with right. Okay, so this one is... It is. It's a very dangerous thing because I don't know how to spell, apparently. Left X. What the idea is when the character is facing you, right? Facing the player. The weapon in the right hand is in, and you have one in the left. When you turn to walk up the screen, like walking away or walking up, you should turn and the weapon should flip with you. It's a little thing. It's a little thing. This one should also be the same. Right? So what this should be doing is case 0 should be swapping with case 2. And case 1 will swap with case 3. Well, we don't want to just flip the scale because these are Miri had a really good term. It was called a quadrant for it, right? There, like this. See? We're getting there. It's getting closer. So now the quadrants are switching. Right? Right? So, like, we have our person here with our 4 arms. And we have this is like 0, 1, 2, 3. No, it's not. This is 0 and 1. This is 2 and 3. When you turn, right? So now you want to walk up. So this is when you're walking down. All right. This one is going to be up. It will take the quadrant and now move it so that it's here at 0 and 2 and 3 and 1. It just flips the whole quadrant, not the scale of where the image is. Because when you switch just Y's, it made it so that 0 and 1 swapped, like these two swapped, and these two swapped. So we're a lot closer, right? There's a whole scene of stuff going on over here. It's awesome. But it's much closer. So it takes OBS a moment to see the game, but we're much closer with it. All right. There we are normally facing away. And now when we swap, see the weapons are swapping with you. So they stay in the correct hand. Right? Yeah, you flip on X, not Y. That is correct. That's what we did. We are moving X and Y. No, we were moving on the X. So in the code here, that's what we did in the case slots, right? So when we're facing up, it now identifies what up is. So up is the sprite for walk up, or it's the sprite for idle up. So either of the facing ones that you're facing up, they now swap. So weapon left swaps with weapon right. I think we're saying the same thing. We're just calling it a little different. That's all. Originally, we tried the Y, and I was wrong. And that did not do what I thought it was going to do. It was the X that I needed. So it's correctly done now. So we made a condition here. When, like, basically when facing up, it will now do this. Right? Well, that was I tried it first. So, like, when I said the Y, I was referring to what we tried, and that was incorrect. So I said when I did Y, it swapped the 0 with the 1. That was incorrect. I didn't want that. Right? So I didn't want those to switch. I wanted this to switch, like this going here So it becomes this. I probably said it wrong. But we are saying the correct thing together. Just different ways of saying it. Well, you got math. Oh, hold on. X equals -1. Image scale X equals -1. Image angle. Yeah. Well, we're not switching the image angle. We're swapping the quadrants. I mean, I guess it's the same thing, right? We're taking this one and putting it to the other shoulder when you turn directions. That's all. Which it is doing now. So we are on the right path with it, right? Yeah, it's working now. So, like, if I'm facing this way, come on, OBS. When I'm facing this way, you can see the weapons are on one side, and then when we swap, it now moves to the other side. Yeah. So it's good stuff. We're getting there, right? All right, so let's make sure our leveling up is working, because right now it only says 0. Let's add in some more spawn locations. So if we have 4 of them, that should give us enough enemies within one game to get to level 1. Right now, you need 100 XP to get to level 1, and 1 XP per enemy. Oh, here they all come. All right, so we have 50-something left. I finished yesterday making it so that if you walk over this, like the essence stones, it will pick them up and send it to the corner. And then when you're done, they all go to the corner. All right. So we had 104 total enemies. Well, and it worked. So that's 4 points over switching to level 1, and our current level here switched to level 1. Right? So we're good. Yeah. All right, let's do a Sophie treat. Good morning, Panuch. Hi, girl. Yeah. Go lay down. All right, so we are closer for that. Things are going well. We made a little progress today with the game. We have a new mouse pointer, and I made it so that when we walk up, the weapons switch with you, so that it looks like you are the weapon, like they're staying in the same hand, right? And we made, here, let me restart it. We made it so that yesterday finished it up, but when you go and fight the enemies, they drop these essence stones, right? Well, if you walk over one of them, like these, it will collect it and send it to the corner up here where it's being counted, right? And this shows you how many enemies are left in the wave. And then when you finish, all remaining essence stones are automatically absorbed and taken and like magnetically pulled to this image here. So you don't have to worry about walking around and trying to collect all those. But if you walk over it while you're still fighting, you'll see them get pulled up here. Right? So I think it's pretty good stuff. I think it's coming along nicely. And good morning, Jeepin. Right, so now when you walk over this stuff, like I said, it will go up to the corner, right? And it's magnetically pulled, so like as you move, they follow the corner, and you can see. And then when you're done, all of them get pulled up to the corner. So that is kind of where we're at with that. Let's check in on those that are drawing and see what is going on. Look at, we have a whole entire scene of drawing there today. What's being drawn up here? Oh, it's being controlled by a little dude. Big guy is being controlled by a little guy. That's awesome. So, Manuch, this drawing is just on something called webwhiteboard.com, and the link to join this particular drawing is at the top of the chat. You just click it, you come in here, and you start joining. Like, you can start drawing, right? So we have a giant monster. We got some stuff going on down here. This is the character. So we're on like 4 different... Oh, chainsaw. That's a good weapon. You know, 4 weapons. We got some old stuff going on here, and it's all doing well. You're going to go make some dinner. See you all later. I appreciate you hanging out, okay? And I thank you for the drawing. Those are cool. Right? So yeah, anybody can join in and mess around and draw, change stuff. That's what all it's been going on. Yeah. It's cool stuff, right? Yes, that one drawing speaks like 1,000 words. I know, right? It's got so many things going on that it takes a little bit, like, you have to keep going. The cool part is you can kind of make a drawing that's like super in depth, right? So I don't know, you can do like a little square, right? And then you zoom out. This is the fun part of this, right? You can keep doing stuff, and you can keep going and going and going until it's the whole thing, right? So as you zoom in, it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller until like you're in the middle of this. I like the web board. It's what I've been using for just drawing random stuff, right? And coming up with the plan for the game. Yeah. The drawing has a berserk feel. It does. It does. And it's a 24-hour whiteboard, right? So you get that particular whiteboard for 24 hours. All right, so I think we need to look at some stuff here. Okay, so here's our switch case, right? And what we're doing is swapping them. I'll probably, let me start it again. I probably will need to make it so that currently, if there's no enemies and you're facing down, the weapons face away from you, right? They're not covering the player. Right, so right now they are not covering the player, but because we just made it so that they swap when you walk up, they're still covering the player. So eventually what I'll do is I'll make it so that they will also point away from the player. Yeah. All right. I think we need to design. All right. How do we want a, well, in between every room, right? When you travel between the rooms, that's when you have a menu to be able to upgrade or swap out or buy new weapons, skills, and items. How do I want that to be? Does it load a room? And the room has a... Maybe it is. Maybe it'll be a room, but it'll have a sequence to it, or like a UI menu. Right? So you have room, whatever you're in, here. Right? When you're done, let's say you entered the room from this way. You're not going to be able to leave that. You're only going to get 3 options, depending where you are, right? Because it forms like a grid. So you can either leave this way or that way. And if you're not on the bottom row, you'll be able to go this way. But you can't go back out the way you came in. And I'm thinking either it'll be a physical door that you'll be able to leave through, or some sort of like teleport shows up, right? So, I don't know, let's make purple teleport, right? Like a teleport door. And that's what you get to go through. And it'll take you to the next room. And then you'll be coming in from here, right? Let's say if you chose this one. And again, it could also, if we're doing teleports, it could be like a little portal opens and you exit it. But what happens in here is going to be a menu, right? And you're going to have somebody helping you try to get out. That person is going to show up here. So they'll be orange, right? There, that's the person helping you. They're going to be able to give you, like, hey, you know, I'm not really supposed to be helping you, but I'm going to, right? So we need to get you stronger, to get you out of here. Here are like, it'll be skills, weapons, items. Now, we could either make it so that it is 3. Can I move this? Yeah. Right? And this would be like skills. You'd be like, hey, you know, here's some skills to pick. So you get to pick your skills. Then, after that, the cards flip, and it'll be weapons. You know, maybe the cards do some sort of like weird, like rotation thing, and it switches into weapons. And then it will do the same sort of like weird rotation thing, and it'll swap into items. Now, the essence stones that you pick up, those green things on the ground, that's your currency. So I think we need to design a room or in between all the other rooms, right? I think that's the way this is going to work. So let's make a new room. Or I think I already have a room on background. Oops. There. That'll be what it is for right now, right? I think it's not going to be this big. It doesn't have to be. It'll probably only be the size of a viewport, right? Which we're doing, what, 640 by 360. So 640 by 340. Nope. 360. Okay. We're going to want buttons or cards, right? I don't want them real big. So 640. What's 640 divided by 1, 2. If we divide 640 by 5, we get 128. So that's how big these sprites are going to be. It's going to be 128. What is 360? Well, how big do we want them? How about 200? Let's go with that for right now. All right, and we're going to call this purchase card. That is bright. There we are. All right. Now, let's make an object. Create. It'll have a step and a draw. Draw self. Oh. And we have it picked here. Okay. In the room. Let's do like 1. 2, 3. Right? And then we want a sprite. We're going to call it a friend, right? What did we say it was? That was 128 by 200. We want them to be the same size. We're going to edit this. We're going to make this one, I don't know, blue. There. That is our helper friend. And we'll put the helper friend in the room. Oh, I need an object. Create step draw draw self friend, and we're gonna call it object friend. Right, so let's have it like down here, offset it just a little bit. Now the idea is you'll finish up the room, right? So you're gonna be in here, you'll finish it, and then it will bring you into the next room. Yeah, so you're going to be able to go from here to the next room. Right, so that's what this is. And this will swap, and sometimes it'll be skills. And weapons. Right? So weapons or items. Right? Like that. And there we go. That is kind of how it works. What else we got in here? Anybody else draw anything new? No? All right. So that's what we were talking about, right? You like the music I have today? Yeah. Hopefully. The last couple times I've been getting like muted, and I have to go in there and appeal that little section of music that was muted, and that was coming off of Pretzel Rock. It's not supposed to be. It's an easy process. I can adjust it, make it so it doesn't, affect it. But the music today is Heartbound. It's an official soundtrack from Pirate Software's game. He made the whole thing, all the music, whatever it's called, DMCA free, so license free. So you obtain the license to play it on stream when you buy the music. Well, he didn't make the music. He had some I forget who it was that made the music for him. But it's for his game Heartbound, right? And when you go on Steam and you buy it, you get the license for it. Yeah, and you're able to stream with it. So, yeah, it's pretty neat. It's nice of him, right? And he has a game jam going on right now. I'm not entering it, but it is. It's only 2 weeks, which is a nice amount of time for it. But all right, so that was the idea, right? And we got a couple things going on here. So, like I said, it is free. You can click that link, go join, draw whatever you want to draw, and have some fun with it, right? But this is what I'm thinking. So in between your rooms, this is how this is going to be. Dollar, welcome in. It's nice to see you today. We have more drawing today. Right? There. All kinds of stuff going on. You might have added something to the skills. Is it down here? Skills? Issues. Yes. Nice. So the idea is the little guy is going to be helping you, right? And we're like, all right, he's going to help. But then you have these. So we switch back to the shapes. Oops, more shapes. Like this, right? First, it'll be skills. He'll be like, okay, you got skills, right? So you got to choose it. And then after you choose it, they'll flip. And it'll be weapons. You pick the weapons you want. Then it'll be items. And so once you pick the weapons, it does this thing again, and it flips and becomes weapons. And it'll do the same thing for items. Same thing. You can make it turn. I don't know. Can I make it turn here? I guess it'd be like this, right? So if it's here, it would just flip over. Well, not over here, but like flip in the same spot. Since you were here yesterday, fixed the counting. Here, let me start it. All right, come on, OBS. All right. So now you can walk over these. They go up to the corner, right? That was your idea yesterday. And so now you get a gratification of something happening when you walk over those things. Then, when you defeat all of them, they all go to the corner, magnetized to them, right? So that is working. We made it so I have a new pointer. I don't know if this is what it's going to finally look like, but I was just changing it so that it is able to take a new sprite. So that is there. Then we made it so when we walk up, the weapon on your right arm here will swap to be over here to stay with the hand, right? So and that's kind of what we've done so far today. Although we did make a starting on the new room. These are the objects. So these are your cards. This is the stick figure that it's helping you. And it's starting to come along nicely, I think. We're about 30 hours. 24, 12, 36 hours. We're about almost 37 hours into the design of this game. So it's been, we're on stream 6 today. Random thought in regard to that. How about making the angle of the sword related to your character relate to your what? All right. Let me start it again. Let me get through the enemies and then we'll figure out the stuff, right? We have weapon right now in the right hand is the sword, melee weapon, right? It's currently facing away from the player. I do need to make it so that when... Oh, ads are about to start, by the way. As soon as they do, I'm going to take a short, be right back. I have to uncover the bird, make sure she has food. Oh, and ads were on time today. All right. Give me a couple minutes. I will be right back, and then we'll get into this. All right. All right, we're back. What, so, if you go down, all right, hold on, let me get my controller turned on. We'll take over this. All right, so when you go down, all right, we're going down. Then to the right, so now it goes this way. So your character rotates 90 degrees, right? For the same amount in the same direction. That way, the controller, 360 degrees of directions, could easily be converted to your sword, and it could be tracked via inputs. So, what? So, like, the default facing is down, correct? Moving right is 90 degrees rotated left. The weapon, that is. Yeah, you are. Where do you want the weapon to be when you're facing to the right? Oh, okay. So instead of it being like right here, you want it on top of the player here? Right? So instead of it being here, it needs to be here. Oh, okay. So instead of it looking like you're dragging it, you have it facing this way. Like this. So the tip of it would be facing on the right-hand side. Right? Yeah, I guess that could be done for just the sword. Or any of the weapons, like the melee ones, right? Because you're going to end up with 4 hands, like 4 arms, 4 different weapons at once. So far, the only one we changed is when you walk up, they swap sides on you. But we also need to make it so that when you're walking up, the weapon is not over top of you. So I suppose we could figure that out now. Because we have right here, where we're saying no enemies point outward from the player, we're going to switch this up. We're going to make it different. Right? So let's make a new case 0. If facing up, image. This will be the same thing, I think, what you're saying, but we'll do it like that first. Otherwise, image angle equals 100. All right. Oh, then we have to do a break. Break. There. Now we want this to be case 1, case 2, case 3. This should be image up. Oops, this should be 180. That should be 180. 180. 180. And no, that's not right. I want English 0, 0 for the lefts. The rights should be 180 on the top. Like that. like that. All right, that should be correct. Let's take that out for right now. Sketched it out. All right, let's take a look. Skills. No. Okay. So we got direction, weapon. All right, so as you face down, your weapon is out this way. When you move to the right, your weapon goes that way. When you're walking up, it's like this. And when you are walking diagonal, it's out this way. All right. Yeah. I mean, you can diagonal on keyboard too, but let's see if this works first. Yeah, keyboard's 8 directions. All right, let's try it. Let's just see if we can get this to work right. Okay, so we've swapped and we're walking up, right? So we're walking up. Just an idea, by the way, you don't have to do them as it is your game and not mine. Yes and no. My game right now, these 3-month game challenges are as much mine as they are chat's. I love chat putting input, making like suggestions. We put stuff in there, and yeah. Oh, and just like the Kelvar, it is your game. You're taking over. Okay. Just like in the RPG game, right? When you are playing and walking around, everybody from chat is all the characters in the game, right? Your names are in it. Because we got Homeless Meat. There's Kelvar. Yeah, Kelvar the Wise. You're in there. And you got to have, of course, Sophie, who you can come over and pet. But, All right, so walking up, it should be over here, right? And I think we've already solved that. So walking up, the sword is now facing that way. Walking down, it's like that. We just need to handle the left and the right, right? And the diagonals. Yeah, right? Would it technically be possible to get the directions via variable calculations? I have no idea. I struggle with this stuff. All right, so in here, the slots for where they are case, like switch case, right? So we have case 0, which is here. Like this is just my little thing. So that's the top left, case 0. And what we just did was make a switch statement for changing the angles. So when facing up, it's this. You basically have to say when and facing up is here, right? when we are using these sprites, you're now facing up. So we could do, let's start making a variable for facing right. We'll have to do one for facing left. We'll do this. Walk right, as they already have the sprites built into it. And then or this is or idle right. We'll just copy that whole line this time. Let's do that. Let's change this to left. And we're going to do left there. Yeah, so now we have two new variables, right? We got facing right, facing left, because we already have the sprites. Yeah, the character has like multiple sprites built into it. You know, these are all the sprites with it. So they're already there. And I built it into a switch statement based upon the location of the weapon, whether it's in case like 0, 1, 2, or 3. And right now, do I have the game open still? No. We need to make... If it's not facing up, it does this. I feel like we're going to make a couple different... Maybe if else. So if facing right. So if facing up, you do this. If facing left, you do that. Right? Because we want what? Facing left and right. And then we'll be able to do it. So, like, let's run the game again and check it out. Okay. Welcome, Interest. How you doing this morning? And like I said, we have action now. When we walk over stuff, it collects it, sends it to the corner. And when you win, like defeat all the enemies, all that stuff goes to the corner now. And right now we have it so that it's only changing stuff when you walk up or down. But we're going to change it for left and right at some point. I hear a wild Jeepin' who's come down. Arwen was like, "Morning, Mom." Her little morning squawk. Right? I think that is how we're going to be doing this. Yeah, exactly. So instead of checking for the actual direction, you check for the sprite changes. Tris, you'll be lurking. You're super tired. Your brain is slow. I mean, did you go to bed at a normal time? Or did you stay up all night playing? I think we stayed up. I mean, like, we stopped gaming at about 9. Then we went and sat on the balcony, which it's cold, so you got to bundle up a little bit, but it was nice. We were able to have our drink. I had a drink and a cigar, and we just enjoy, hanging out there for about an hour, turn into some ice cubes, and then get to come back inside. Right? And Jeepin, the drawing stuff is like crazy today. Look at all the stuff that people are drawing. Yeah, it doesn't look like, because I'm not signed in. If you just click the link, and if you notice my link was different than yours, right? You should just be able to, you may have to sign out of Whiteboard. If you're signed in, it's going to show your name. But you should just be able to do stuff, and then, yeah, because there's your name on it. Right? So if you're signed out, you can just be a guest. How do you sign out? Good question. I think up here in the top corner, right, you can choose to sign out, right? I think that's where it is. I think. You can't. So what I did was, I don't know, clear your browser cache and come back to the link again. Maybe. Tools, share board. These are the people visiting. Yeah. Did it give you... No, you're just on. Oh, wait. No, you're not. I don't know what's going on.
I clicked on another one from my own to see if I could sign out.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. So I don't know if you need to... Oh, what's down here? Learn more, help and resources. Learn more? I don't know. Help center? Let's look. Let's go to the help center. Sign out. How to configure, how to do this. It's bad when you gotta ask it how to sign out, but I don't know. Just clear the cache of your browser and you should be good. Anyways, I think we're coming along nicely with this. I like your idea for the weapon direction right here, right? So I think what we'll do is we'll try to work on the left and right to get it so that it faces correctly, right? So, okay, we need to figure out if maybe swap sides, right? So when we go this way, we want it to move. Well, that looks right when walking to the left, right? Taller. But when you walk up, that is correct. But when you walk to the right, you need that one swapped. Not... Okay, but when I'm facing to the left, does that look correct with the weapon, right? So when you are walking to the left, that should be correct as far as your weapon goes. But when you go to the right, the sword needs to swap sides. Right? Does that make sense? All right. So when walking to the left, you want it facing up. Right? So, but then we need a and if we're walking to the left, you want the tip of the sword facing up instead of down. So down is correct, up is correct. This needs to be up here, like this, like the direction of the mouse, right? Right, so it needs to be the direction of the mouse, like that. Because that way, if you add multiple weapons in the long run, which there will be, you ensure each hand stays attached to the same weapon. Right. Okay. Okay. There's a sunflower. Where? I wonder where the sunflower came from. Maybe from the sunflower herself. Yeah. Okay, so on here, we are doing black. No, black. Let's do shapes, circles. All right, so small. There. So now, right, we say you have a weapon and you are walking this way. So you go that way, the weapon faces up. You go left, it's down. You're up, it's that way. To the diagonal, it's there. Yeah, all right. So, Yeah, let's try editing this a little bit. And all right, this is object. If I forget, this is object purchase card. Let's close that. And we'll close our little friend code. All right. In here, we almost need to define the sprite indexes again. Right? So we're back to here. Okay. Well, before we start really dissecting this, let me do a commit on it. Mouse pointer and movement direction of weapons. All right. I feel like, all right, so all this, we're going to comment out. Right? Because we're just going to redo it. We're going to do variable. We're going to make it swap sides, but we're going to say this is all. We got to tell what is what. So sprite index. Walk up. No, not ib. One, two, 3, 4, I need 6. 5, 6. That's not what I wanted. Close enough. All right. So we have walk up. Then we have idle up. Idle up. Then we have walk left. We have idle left. Then we have walk right and idle right. And these are already all determined. So, right, walk up, idle left. There. Gibbon, you slept in this morning. You just fired up the MacBook. Excellent. Well, I appreciate you being able to get here. And homeless, you're sick of it? Yeah. Sophie treat. We can do that. Hi, Soph. You ready? All right. You can see her, right, homeless? She keeps sitting farther back sometimes. But there we are. Go lay down. Okay. And Gibbon, welcome in. We're doing a drawing on the whiteboard again. Everybody's here, making all kinds of stuff. We got I don't even know what is going on over here, but we got sunflowers and some stuff that we're talking about for the game. Yeah, she needed to show Homeless that she was trying to chew it. But, oh, Jeepin. We Chat and I talked about it earlier, and I think doing bits and sub goal for Sophie treats
Oh yeah.
would be Hi. That was the fastest I've seen you stand up. Would be a good thing, right? So I think we'll implement that. We'll have little goals of, we want to get a couple subs, get a couple bits so that we could get more Sophie treats, because you go through them. Yes, you do. Gibbon, your game was all mobile. Excellent. And you just added keyboard last night, so you can play on itch as well. Excellent. All right, what else are we doing? We're rewriting the Switch stuff now. So I think what we'll say is we're going to do a switch. We'll call it our slot index still, right? Keep the same name. And there we go. Switch slot index. Case 0. Right, and then a break. What am I missing? Why is that one turning red? Switch slot index. You're done doodling? Okay, let me check out the doodles. Excellent. Oh, that's pretty nice looking. And Starfish, good morning. How are you doing? Okay, so weapons 1 through 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Close enough. When you switch and you are now facing to the right, the weapon down here will switch. I see. And then you're facing up. Yeah, these swap. And to the left. Excellent. I'm doing well. We're enjoying using the whiteboard, and people are drawing all kinds of stuff here this morning. So we have the character with 4 arms, 4 different weapons on a skateboard, including a chainsaw. We have some old drawings in here, right? Like old stuff. We got a CD, like a Walkman CD player, portable, right? Cassette tape, a hard platter hard drive, and a 3.5-inch floppy drive. It's chaos. Every time you zoom in, there's new things being added. We got creatures down here. We have a little high, and then we have one of these things that when you zoom in, it keeps looks like you're going down closer into it. And all cool stuff. And of course, we have a sunflower, and drawn by the sunflower herself. And yeah, it's good stuff, right? Feel free to draw. It's using the whiteboard, and the link for the whiteboard is at the top of the chat. All right, let's finish trying to write my switch statement here. Oh wait, I think I know what. No? Yes. I put an or at the end here. That should fix that. Okay. Now we have case 0. But we're going to say, we're going to make this an if, right? So if swap sides, swap sides this. X equals PX plus our weapon right X. Then we're going to make this into an else. You are very brave and very trusting of people to have access to draw on your stream. I mean, yesterday they were drawing bongs and kangaroos popping turds out into toilets that had wings. So, I mean, you know, it's not going to get much worse. It is a little, it's chaos, that's all. You just have to allow some chaos into the stream. That's all. That's all. So far today, there is no turds. There's no bongs. It could, though. I know it could. But that's it. Chat's being pretty good in drawing today. Homeless, don't say it won't get worse. I will take that as a challenge. Well, I'm sick of it, Homeless. Sick of it. I know. Well, feel free. It's there for everyone to draw on. The chaos pursues, and yeah. You've played Jackbox with people, it will go worse. Oh yeah, I know. And that's okay. Sometimes you just need chaos into your stream. That's all. What was I doing else? Here. We're going to say X equals, we want PX plus weapon X left. Oops. We want Y outside of the bracket, but we're going to say this is PX plus weapon top Y. Then we'll use the break. All right. I've been warned. Yeah. Not much phases me. No. Trust me. I think we are all at that age where we're like, oh yeah, okay. That's pretty much it. We're just like, oh, I've seen it all, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah. So it's there for fun. Like, yeah, all right. But, all right, so we were trying to make a swap sides to be able to handle the weapon so that when you move, the weapons face a new direction to be more accurate. We're attempting to make swap it from just doing left to right to now doing new directions for left and left, right, up and down too. All right, so we're gonna make 4 cases because we need one for each one. We're gonna do 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So we do if if swap sides, weapon right, left, bottom Y. We need this to be bottom Y. Cases, yeah, well, they're their location of the weapon. right? Because I only have a sword created right now. So these are the locations of the weapons. So we're going to start with this before we adjust it to anything else. And this needs to be left X. And this needs to be right X. And the same thing for down here. This needs to be left X and right X. Right? Because bottom Y. Oops. Bottom Y. What? Oh, this does not need to be there. Weapon, right? Weapon, right, X. 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 Okay. So, yeah, they're macros. So, I just added, I don't know what I did. I just needed to select it, right? Well, we also need to make it so that the no enemy stuff is also all redone, right? We're not going to have this in switch now. I think we're going to swap it. I don't need that anymore. We're going to take this out. And now, if there's no enemies, we need this to do its thing. So, we're going to say if... Oh, objects... Yeah, if... Object... Player... Sprite... Index... is equal to sprite... Player walk up or object player sprite index to idle up. SPR player idle up. Now this is where we're going to do our image angles. Angle equals 90. We'll say else if... I don't want to rewrite that whole line. Else if... 1, 2, 3, else if 4. All right. So this should be, we have walk up, idle up. Next one should be walk down, idle down, down, down. Let's do, I don't know, left, left, right, oops, right, right. We want image angle equal to 70. These are probably gonna need changed, but now at least we'll get this in here and we'll be able to change it, right? So this should be 180 and image angle equals 0. Okay. That one was this one. So that one needs turned off. That one is for that. So I need these two brought back up here. There we are. All right, now we have a completed thing. Let's run it and see what happens. Sure, right? Or we don't have weapons at all. Oh, there they are. I don't know what the weapons are doing. They are running around on their own. They're haunted, apparently. That's kind of different. Oh, well. That was not their desired effect, but that was surprising. Yeah. Torta, welcome in. How are you doing? How have you been? I'm doing well. Yep. All right. So going on today. I think we'll switch over to our just chatting screen. Oh, I need my browser to show up here. So right now the game's showing. Well. Turn it off. There we go. All right. We're going to check out everybody's drawing and look at what we got. So we have some technical stuff that we were working on for the game. You're finally doing your first commercial game in GameMaker, having bumps, but it's part of the journey. This is a new game. This is a top-down shooter. So we'll turn it back on for a minute, right? And we'll run the game again. We're about 2 weeks into it, 6 streams. Don't mind the weapons right now. They're doing their own thing, right? They have a mind of their own right now. Just ignore that. But yeah, we're getting there, right? That's it. It's a top-down shooter. Like I said, we're about 2 weeks into it. So it's doing pretty good. And today, everybody's drawings are excellent. Gotta love, what's been going on here. We got all sorts of stuff. Sunflowers, technical stuff, all that stuff, right? But later today, Jeepin has her cooking stream at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Today, Jeepin has a guest on stream. Yes. So she's doing a cooking stream with a friend. The last game came out well. It did. You can do it right here. It's the RPG. It's browser playable. So it turned out well, right? And she is making some sort of lasagna. That's about the name of it. That taco lasagna? No. Mexican lasagna. That's it. Food. It's just food. But she's doing well with that. Congrats, man. Good leveling on the GM skills. Thanks. Each project is increasing my skill sets. I try to find something new to learn. all the time, right? The RPG one turned out pretty good for 3 months. Spent about 300 hours in the making on it. Going forward, I'm doing this top-down shooter for 3 months, and then we're breaking the 3-month cycle. I want to do 6 months and return to the RPG and really take it to the next level. And I think that will be really good. I think that's kind of about it today. So we have, like I said, we're working diligently through this. Fish, welcome in. How's it going? You added a more to your doodle. All right, let me check the doodle. Oh, you're getting like all kinds of technical gear. Yes. You admire my ability to stay locked in, rather. I appreciate that, Fish. I hope you've been doing well. No idea if that works. Me neither. I mean, when we did this, right, and switched and made new statements here, it oh, you can't see it. Well, it has a fun new advantage, right? Let me start the game up. So now, come on, game. There it is. The weapons are kind of flying around all on their own. Let's call it a feature. It is. The weapons are haunted. They are doing their own thing. I don't really know what they're doing. But we're having fun, right? And now all the little things the enemies drop all auto collect, go up to the top. So it's pretty good. But we're going to be calling it here. This is about 3 hours. I got stuff I need to get done today. And then later today at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, Jeepin will be doing her cooking stream. So if you've never seen it and you like watching cooking streams, it's pretty good, right? So that's who you want to go visit, Jeepin Annie. And she, like I said, she has a friend on stream today helping her with the cooking. So it'll be good. And it's been good, right? Yeah, dollar. I will spend some time today to be able to work on it. And hopefully I'll be able to get it. Well, if I can't get it today, I'll get it hopefully by the time we stream again on Saturday. What? That'll be it for today. I won't see everybody until Saturday because I start work again tomorrow. And it'll be same digital time, same digital place. So 7 a.m. Mountain Time. And we'll pick up and see what I was able to accomplish during the week. All right, let's see who is all on this morning. I know it's a Monday. There's not always everybody there. Do we feel like seeing somebody gaming or doing some dev? Like, what does everybody feel like today? Well, let me see who is all on first. All right. Who is on? You know what? I see somebody that we're going to go visit. It's working on their game. This is stuff's cool. So we're going to go visit and say hi. Pick a GM dev. I don't know who's on. It's a GM dev. But we're going to go visit. Let me get this start here. Oh, and I got to snooze that ad. Too many things. We're gonna visit Lay Ginger, right? Check out what they've been working on. Anyways, I appreciate everyone for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I'll get some stuff done on this during the week, and we'll see what is new on Saturday. Have a great one, everyone, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.